Hi, welcome to the O3 Alumni Series. I'm here with some former players. We're going to go over some questions and answers with them. State your high school and the college you recently played at.
Hi, I'm Luke Westerdale. I went to Gabriel Shar last year, state champions, and I'm now at Wayne State University.
Stevie, Elam. I went to Adrian High School. I went to the University of Wisconsin Milwaukee, and I'm currently a transfer portal.
Amir Perryman went to Summit Academy High School, now at Schoolcraft College.
And these guys have played in our program since around seventh grade. They're a part of the class of 2025, one of our best teams in our program history. We're going to get into some questions for each of them. All right, starting off, we'll have Amir, you answer first. When did you realize that college basketball was realistic for you?
I realized like the beginning of my summer playing with Schoolcraft. I started realizing that it's more serious in high school, being like more in shape, being more physical.
What about you, Stevie?
Just growing up, watching basketball on TV, being around the basketball my whole life, I just knew that I wanted to do that. It was my dream, and I worked for it. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, same for me with Stevie. Just growing up watching like MSU and Michigan always be good. I always had a lot of role models on those teams, and I mean I just loved watching what they did growing up. So it was just like if I can do what they do one day, that's pretty sweet. So that was always kind of my goal. But then like when I realized I really wanted to do it was more like eighth grade, seventh grade when it really started to get serious, and I'm like, yeah, I really do love this.
And we had a really, our eighth grade year was phenomenal. That was the year of COVID. We decided, Michigan was shut down, and we decided, hey, we're going to go out of state every single weekend. So I think it was maybe 12 weekends in a row where we left the state, going to Indiana a lot, which is we all know produces high level basketball, and we won a lot. And I think that was the moment where we started getting our names out there, not just our program's name, but individual names. And I think that was a big step that we took. I think all of us went back home thinking that, this is something that our entire team can do. What do you guys think separated you from other players from being recruited? Obviously, to receive a scholarship these last couple of years, you have to be unique. So, again, starting with you, Amir, what do you think separated you? No offense to you, Amir, you're a smaller guard, right? And that's really difficult nowadays to be a small guard and still get recruited. So, what did you think had what did you bring to the table that was unique and that separated you from other players?
Giving like 10 times more effort than others and being a leader out there on the court. You can't be no point guard without saying anything.
And I'm gonna butt in there. Amir is one of the best defenders I've been around. So I don't, some of us are not going to do well about bragging about each other, but I can tell you for sure when you were getting recruited, it was started on the defensive end for sure. What about you, Stevie?
Really, the separator was the weight room, being more physical, being coachable, having a great attitude, also being good in the classroom, taking school serious, and taking care of your body. Really,
What was that GPA, Stevie?
4.0, 4.0.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What about you, Luke?
And then for me, obviously like the shot is like what everyone would talk about, but like when it came to like the court, I always focused on just like whatever it took to win. Like if it meant passing one game if the shot's not going in, or you know what I mean, taking the charge or just making the plays to win. Because I always just figured if I'm on a team that wins, then that's real recruitable, being a winner. So that was just always my goal at the end of the day, just get the win.
And to brag about Luke as well, we were down in Orlando, and Luke had 41 points in one half of a running clock. So when he talks about being able to shoot, it's an understatement. He's one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter I've ever coached. All right, now let's talk AAU for a minute. Like I said, we had a special team. We're gonna start here with Luke. What do you miss most about playing AAU basketball, or even playing for the academy?
For me, honestly, it's like a little different one because everyone's gonna say like the brotherhood and all that. But for me, I just love like waking up early in the morning. And I know it's like not talked about, but like those 9 a.m., 10 a.m. games, they suck. Like when you know you got them on the schedule. But waking up, going to the hotel breakfast, riding in, you got your AirPod in, just like chilling with your brothers. You know what I mean? Then you just go play, and it's just like you'll get pressed at 8 a.m. in the morning. Like that stuff's fun. Like you'll never experience that again because high school all games are at 7 p.m. College, you scout for 4 days before your game. You scout every single player. AAU, you don't know anyone on the other team. You're just going to play. And I mean the games are serious too, so it's just like pick up ball on another level. And that's just kind of what I miss.
That's a great point.
First off, I want to say, hey, it was the best time of my life. If I go back, I 100% would. Playing for Coach Jordan, it was a blessing. Like best coach ever, in my opinion. And
Appreciate it, Stevie.
yes, sir. And just I really miss just the hotels, just having fun. We used to every like night we go to like walk somewhere like to a gas station or get food or something. We just messing around in a hotel or after games we're going to get some food. I mean, if we win or lose, like we're still like connected as a brotherhood, and we all love each other to this day.
Yeah, really want to piggyback off what Stevie said. Really having that brotherhood and bonding with each other, even riding skateboards and scooters in Indiana. It was a little fun experience, no cap. But then also like being in front of coaches, playing in front of coaches, getting that experience as well. Is like it's just like high school, but it's like you get more like travel experience. You get to play in front of different people. It's really like a college for because you don't know who you playing against.
And I'll jump in here and answer this one as well. One of my favorite things, obviously, we had a special group of parents, a true family who cheered for each other. What I like, what was special about our group is we had some intensive travel. We've been to Vegas twice, Dallas, Orlando, South Carolina, Atlanta, all the Midwest states. I mean, we've been probably to more states in the country than not. And I mean, we made our mark everywhere. But just going into a program or a venue where you don't know what it's going to be like, and then you get there and you just get the jitters out. It was amazing, and I think that's kind of go into what my next question is. What's your most memorable part of playing for the academy? What sticks out when you think of having those good times?
For me, and I mean, I always answer this when everyone asks me my favorite AU memory was the Atlanta tournament. Freshman year, both these guys with these two, we there was 164 teams in our division. 64 made the big tournament, so kind of similar to the March Madness. And we beat Georgia All Indy, which was a powerhouse in our league at the time in the Final Four, and then we beat All Ohio, which was the other main powerhouse, and we beat them in the championship on like the main court in the main gym, and just we were never supposed to make it that far. Like we were like not real like on their level, and just doing that was what really set us up. And then we were the one seed for the final chapter, which was like the main event. So that I would say that one, and just the whole weekend itself, just like all the winning. It would win two games and you go have fun, then win two games and go have fun. And it was just that was my
It was
favorite weekend.
7 games to win
Yeah,
that, so it
seven
was
and
a
zero.
lot of
A lot of
basketball.
hoops.
Yeah, there was 3 different circuits that were a part of this event. So it was, what was great is it was great for New York to LA at the time because it came down to like the final four. It was almost all New York to LA teams. It was also almost all Midwest teams, which again, kind of like the bracket for this last year's, how serious the Midwest basketball is. Stevie, what was your favorite moment?
I'm agree with that. I'm gonna say Atlanta. Atlanta was just so fun, just winning, and then go have fun after the game. Go wherever we go, walk around downtown, be with my brothers the whole time, and Vegas was up there too. I like Vegas both times. Vegas was fun, even though it was so hot, but Vegas and Atlanta were definitely the top two, and just being connected like as a team. Everywhere we did everything together. There was no one that was left out. We did everything together, literally. All how many players we had, but we did everything together, literally.
Yeah, I wanted to say Vegas too. The experience being at the casinos, the strip, walking the strip, it was some funny moments. Yeah, but also the Atlanta trip, it was amazing. No cap, we was winning what 10-0. That was fire.
Yeah,
That was fire.
it was lots of
10 games and what in a minimum 2 days. Yeah,
And what was yeah we played it seemed like that many, but another moment that was so special about Atlanta that we didn't even know was special at the time was our very first game. We played ABC Lions or some, I think it was a Florida team. We're down by like 20. It was our first game. We're all getting off the flight and everything, and I'll give credit where it's due. Amir took over that game. He took over. I'll drop some clips right now of some of those highlights from that game.
gotta get the
Uh,
scoreboard.
yeah, we got these guys at the scoreboard dancing and all that. But they that's when they kind of took us a lot more serious is after winning that game. And again, we look back and we didn't realize how important that game was because if we would have lost that game, we would have got put into a smaller bracket. Um, so yeah, I mean, I love that moment. I look back at that game and just think of how. I don't know how many times we came back from wins. There were times when we were down. Shout out to Andrew Ashford. He's not here right now. He's another guy who, we're down 10 points with a minute and we somehow come around winning the game, and it's with the trust and the defense, and we were never out of it. So
Also, one more good one was the next weekend in the final chapter. We played our draw was a 3 SSB team, a Under Armour team, and then an EYBL team. Were our 3 games. 30, 30, 30. Beat them all by 30. Crazy. Under Armour team from Canada. The EYBL team was Jay Sizzle was the 3 SSB, and then the Under Armour or the EYBL team was Howard Pulley. And we beat. I mean, the UA team was from Canada, and just I mean, we were clicking on all cylinders right there.
and if we're getting name dropping, there was another game that will always stick out in my mind is Team Hero on Friday night. Um, if you could give advice to current players in the AAU world right now, what advice would you give to them? Go ahead, Amir. Start with you this time.
I say take advantage of every little moment you get, cause you ain't gonna be able to go back and play those same tournaments.
You gotta take it all serious. You can have fun though. Like you gotta have your fun. Like it's just you can't get times like this back. Like I said, it's the best time of your life. But no matter where you play at, if you playing on a circuit, no shoe deal, whatever. If you can play, if you're good, like if you can work hard and you play hard, like coaches are gonna find you. And it don't, like we didn't play on no shoe circuit, none of that. We all are playing college basketball. So if you just work hard and just stay focused, stay the course, trust everyone, trust your coaches, your family, and you'll be good.
Yeah, I would say similar to that. Have fun and then like come together as a team. Like that's one I would say is like everything that we always did is we always came together as a team. And I know it's not like easy to say, but just like I feel like that is what made us win so much. And honestly, like you can't have fun at a tournament if you go 1-3. You know what I mean? You just really can't. So it's like come together, get some wins, and then go have your fun. And like I would just always say like that was just like what I remember going 2-0, winning, and then like nights when we would go 0-2, we would all just go to our room and just the next day we'd lock it and then go 2-0 the next day, and there wasn't many times that happened. So yeah,
Did we?
I don't know, but I just so it's just
All right, now transitioning into college. All you guys are fresh out of your first year of college. All played at different levels, different schools, had great seasons. Starting with you, Amir, what was your biggest obstacle during your freshman year?
So everybody have a different route of like where they going on the next level, and I just thought my route was bad because it was JUCO, and that's like the lowest level of basketball, and really like I was not motivated for real, and I had a like deep conversations with my mama, my pops, my brothers. Like I was trying to like keep my head, I was trying to keep my mind straight, and like it was just sometimes I just got in the gym and like just hooping by myself, like working on my craft, and then like I just realized like probably the second game of the season, like it's not that bad. Like it's just everybody got a different route, and I had this route, and hopefully I play on a university or 4 year and get the experience.
And you will, and I'll jump in here. I was an assistant coach at Oakland Community College, and Amir played at Schoolcraft, and they were in our conference. So it was not easy, but I had to coach against Amir. And our scouting report revolved around how do we stop Amir. And I mean, I think that's what's special. What you said is everybody has a different route. Some start here, but it's about how you take advantage of those years in college. At the end of the day, your college is being paid for. You played 39 minutes a game out of 40. I thought it was, and then not only that, you brought your team to the national championship, to the tournament at least. So you guys had a phenomenal year. Um, I don't see that happening without you, and I think you've grown and you've learned and you had the opportunity to develop your freshman year, which I think is huge. And so yeah, I'm proud of you, man. You had a great year. What about you, Stevie?
I would say just taking care of my body. At first it was just like I wasn't taking it serious, and I'd be sore some days, but I just like brush it off and be like, I'll be all right. And it's not. You got to take care of your body more than anything. Like your body is like you need your body. It's like everything. And then probably 18 years old, moving away from my family, like 5 hours away. 18 is tough. It was a lot of nights where I was just sad, miss my family, miss my parents, my sister, my friends back home, and it was just some nights it was hard, but it got better throughout the year, and just took a lot of just motivation and basketball. Really, basketball really helped everything.
I would say redshirting. I redshirted this year, and I mean I've never not played in my entire life. I've always been a starter. Like I don't even know the last time before this year that I didn't start a basketball game. So it's just like going from that to redshirting is tough, but you know what I mean. You just gotta look at the bright side. Look, it's for the bigger picture. Now I got 4 more years eligibility. I've put on 15 pounds of muscle, and you know what I mean. It's just all about improvements and looking into the future. And I do know that it was the best move for me. But you know what I mean. Like at times, it's like dang, I'm getting ready for a game today, knowing that I can't even play in it. So sometimes that's tough, but you just gotta look for the bigger picture.
Yeah, and I think everybody runs into some, I want to say a wall, but some obstacle in their college career. And one thing's for sure, like Luke, to speak on you, is you're a gamer. So I know that ball is going to bounce as long as you will possibly allow it. And I've noticed the bulkiness. Luke's getting a little more weight on him. So nah. And shout out to Wayne State. I think best coach, Division II coaching staff in the state without a doubt. So I think you're in the best hands. All right, now we're going to dive into some of the people behind the scenes. So we're going to talk about family and support with this next segment. My first question to you guys is, what role did your family play in your success? Amir, we'll start with you.
The role my mother played, cause that's my everything. Literally, she always been around and literally had to play both roles of being the mother and dad. So I would say she really played a big role in building me into a grown man, into like like the mental games that people try to play. Like it,
Shout out to Lena. It's not just you. You got the two little bros who she's crazy invested in too,
yeah,
who are they're real
yeah.
good. So she's got the recipe down, man. Shout out to Lena. What about you, Stevie?
Like he says, my family's my everything. I got family tattooed on my wrist, just so I can always think about them, even when I'm on the road trip or whatever. They did everything for me. They made so many sacrifices. Bad games, good games. They're still texting me. Keep your head up. Da da da. I mean, my dad. I've been lifting weights since I was like 10 years old. So he's always been working me out, just training me. Same with my mom, always getting on me to go to the gym, work out. You got to get multiple workouts a day. My mom was a track star in college. Dad played football, D1 football. So they got the recipe for me of all the success I need. And without them, I wouldn't be here where I'm at. And my sister, I love my sister to death. Without her, I just wouldn't be here, to be honest. And we got matching tattoos as well. She's my biggest supporter. I love her forever. And yeah, it's just, I love her. Love my whole
Yeah,
family.
big. Stevie always has a huge support system. You know, his sister, and then the her fiance. I mean, you know, he's Grant. He's taken stats for us. They're traveling to all our tournaments. Always has a huge support system. One moment that really sticks out in my mind is, for since sixth, seventh grade to 12th, Stevie has missed one day of tournaments for us. So he rolled his ankle. I think it was like on a Friday, and he rolled his ankle on a Friday, and then we had it was like our one tournament in the state of Michigan. Now, mind you, it's still a good hour away from where they are. We have an 8 a.m. game, and I know Stevie can't play, and I get there, and his whole family's there at an 8 a.m. game. That shows how invested they are for not just like our team, but his brothers and the dad still running the clock without missing a beat. Stevie's still there cheering his team on. Um, that moment really solidified, how close we all are as a team. And I think everybody, really enjoyed to still see him there, even though their kid's not playing. What about you, Luke?
Oh, I like to start with my mom. She always took me to everything growing up. Like just hour drives, hour and a half drives for practices or trainings that like I didn't have to go to. You know what I mean? And just stuff that was like the extra work that that's like the kids weren't putting in, and that she was just always willing to take me to. And every time I had a bad game, she was who I went to, and she was always there to, you know what I mean? Like just be like the nice person in my life to just kind of tell me like it's gonna be okay. It's just basketball. You know what I mean? It'll get better. And then with my dad, he was always just kind of like the behind the scenes guy with everything. He did a lot. He really helped recruit a lot of our AAU team. Risha helped get a lot of our high school team. Just a lot in general. I mean, I remember growing up playing CYO basketball in like fifth grade. Practice would get out at 9 o'clock at night, and he would ask the coach, who's just a pastor at our church, can I get the keys? I don't plan on leaving until 11 o'clock. And he would just have me in there, and I would just be like, Dad, I got school tomorrow. And you got to make three in a row for every spot. And it's just, that's kind of how it was growing up. He always took it to the next level. And he still does to this day with my little brothers and with me.
Now, the biggest shout out to both of your parents, Lauren, who you described perfectly, and Mike. I mean, the reality is we are not here without Mike. Mike recruited me to coach them and train. First, started off with training, running some training sessions with you guys when we were in sixth or seventh grade. I can't remember. Then it came to like teach us some plays, and next thing kind of gave me the keys to coach them, and he was always along, and he was always a huge advocate of making sure that we have the right players on this team. And I mean, he's just probably one of the most devoted fathers that I've ever been around.
One thing I'll add too is his dad, my dad, and him got plenty of good memories.
Too many, too
One
many.
good one to shout out is I just remember we were in Indianapolis in eighth grade during COVID, prime COVID, and we were riding around on scooters at 2 a.m. and we thought we were like being bad because like we were supposed to be in our room, and we're riding by and we hear these loud people yelling outside, and we're like, "What's going on?" And we pull up and it's those three.
All on
Just in
scooters, like
just in downtown Indy, and
crazy.
I found that so funny.
Yeah,
So that's just a good memory I
that's a
wanted
great
to
memory as
shout.
well.
No, I mean the best. I think a big crucial part for a AAU team to work is the relationships that the parents have with each other and the relationship that the coaches have with the parents. And what made us special was that we were. It sounds corny. We really were a family. We really did take care of each other. We really did have a blast in between games. The Orlando tournament, the Atlanta, Dallas. I mean, Dallas was during COVID, and obviously there's no mask in Dallas, and we were out at the bar having a good time, but still winning,
Yeah,
still
Dub.
making sure that we get everything done on the court. Um, but I asked for you guys to talk about your families because you know it's something that I'm close with all your families till this day, and none of us would be here without all your support and your family members. So I have one more question for each of you guys, and we're gonna get out of here. Finish the rest of our workout. What does it take to play college basketball? I want to start with you, Amir. Are you ready for this one?
Nah.
All right, Luke's got us. What does it take?
For me, I never hit the weight room much, so like in high school or really, so I was always smaller, and I'm not the biggest guard either. So what it takes is honestly, it just takes countless of hours in the gym. And I know it sounds cliche, but like that really is what it comes down to. If you can shoot and you can play hard and you can pass and you can defend, then you can play on any court. It doesn't matter how tall you are.
Really, you're only as great as you want to be. So like you gotta take everything serious. You gotta be coachable. You gotta want to win. You gotta sacrifice as well. Like this year, I had to sacrifice certain things out of my game. Just try to have our team succeed and win. Like you gotta play defense. Like I wasn't the best defender, honestly, at the beginning of the year, and then I learned. I grew into my role and learned how to play better defense as well as yeah, like you said, you gotta take school very serious. Like that's the first priority is taking school serious and just staying focused. There's a lot of stuff. You're in college, you're away from your family. You can really do whatever you really want, but you gotta just stay in the gym, push all the other stuff aside, and just stay the course and stay focused.
Yeah, I want to say maturity is a big thing. Saying like maturity, as in like when you get in college, there's gonna be a lot of parties you're gonna want to attend, all that bad legal things that you don't need to be doing. Like if you keep your head on point, you gonna get everything you want as God's gift. And also, I want to say really staying focused. Like in the classroom, you got to stay on point because you don't want to sell something to a coach that you got good grades and all this in high school. You get in a college classroom and now you flunking and killing your eligibility. Uh, just staying on point, staying focused is really a big thing and big need that you need in college.
Well said, fellas. So that's the end of it. This was our first '03 Academy alumni series that we wanted to start. There was no way I was going to do it without these three guys right here. You guys know this, but I love all three of you guys. I'm till this day still in your lives. We keep up all the time with each other, and just thankful for you guys to come on and not just explain your experiences with everybody, but also kind of give some advice to future players or even future parents that have players that are kind of going through this difficult AAU times right now with all these transfers and all these obstacles that you have to face to be a college athlete now. So know that you guys are a 5%. You guys are a part of people. There are a lot of people that want to be in your guys' shoes, and um, year one is down. We still have 3, 4 more years for you. So keep making the best of it, and I'm proud of you guys. All right.